It's a really sunny day here in Southampton. Independence of the Seas behind me. It's the Southampton Boat Show. The sun is out and we've got a lot to see. Let's go. Oh dear, and this is where it's starting to go very badly wrong. The show is a lot more compact this year, with everything based in Mayflower Park. And although there are some fantastic yachts and boats that you can have a look at, I decided this year I was going to look at the more affordable side of boating and speak to one or two people who can help you get on the water at a reasonable cost. In addition, I wanted to look at the beautiful boats this year, the restored, the old and the classics, and there were plenty to see. So you're very much in the market where I'm looking this year is how can we get on the water in an affordable manner, affordable boating. And I think that the big question for a lot of people when they're frightened when they see the price of boats generally, but you're very much in that marketplace where people can get into the boat. Have you seen a change in the market towards affordable boating?
There's a lot of people are avoiding second-hand boats, we've noticed though. We've taken a few in part exchange, which we've actually broken up in the end. We actually dismantled 35-foot sailing boats that people don't want anymore. Yeah. And but the small boats, we're giving it a go, as you can see here. We're extending our showroom, so we're going to make it more like a car showroom, so people can view the boats really in comfort.
I've just got that eye of, do you remember in, what was that sailing programme in the 80s where we had the...
Howard's Way?
Yeah, Howard's Way. We had the Sea Line, which you called the Seafire showroom, and it was literally a used car sales showroom.
Absolutely,
with Sea Line.
I remember it well. I wouldn't miss a programme of that Howard's Way, yes.
What a fantastic show. But I think generally from what I understand from people in the market is this trailable boating, this inflatable boat, the small boat is becoming... So you haven't got to worry about mooring fees. You can take the boat home. It's definitely there's been a big move towards that in the marketplace.
Yeah, most definitely. Our colleagues next door in Extreme Trailers, we recommend their trailers, and they're doing exceptionally well. So exactly as you say, the trailer boats are a thing of the future, we feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, what a wonderful stand you've got. Great position.
Thank you very much.
With Independence of the Seas looking down on you. Yes. The slides look fun. I don't think I'd like to go on those.
Well, I might even be able to afford to go on a cruise one day. You never know.
Thank you very much for your time today.
My
and
pleasure.
Have a really good show.
Thank you very much indeed.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely stunning boat from Landamores here.
You get 8 coats of varnish after a coat of stain, and then you get that kind of finish, and it lasts.
It's a beautiful finish that's on there. Absolutely beautiful finish on there. And you can see the harbour. Beautiful boat, Landamores from Norfolk, from Wroxham. Wroxham,
yeah. Wroxham, Hoverton, technically, if you want to get technical.
Yeah.
But they're all wrong side of the river. But
we are.
Yeah. But everyone knows Wroxham, so we just say that.
Yeah, so they all start out as rough sawn planks from the sawmill, and we process everything to make all the components that go into them. So we start off by making a framework that's glued onto our bottom skin, and then we build the rails up in thin strips, and then we have another skin that goes on top, and then we get into shaping it, and the whole process takes about 70 hours of woodwork from start to finish for each surfboard. Yeah. And we make them from 5'6" all the way up to 10 foot long, and some paddle boards that are up to 12.5 feet long.
Yeah, and as you put there, made for the waves but worthy of the wall. They most certainly are. They look beautiful.
Thank you.
What a stunning piece of woodwork. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
So this is the famous Harry Dwyer's Goodwin, which last year he described as Harry's broom. A bit like Trigger's broom. It certainly had more new bits. There's very little of the original Avon left in here, but good to see Harry leaving his snacks behind and a bit of monkey shoulder as well. And a pork pie. Can't go wrong without a pork pie, hey? So if I take a video of this, I can superimpose Barry's image on there and just pretend that he's here for the day. So there he is, the invisible Barry Perrins. Continuing the Pontoon Walk, SeaRay, offering some really interesting boats. We looked at this last year, and still looks a lot of boat for the size. But you've got to remember that's a 35-foot boat. 35 seems so small in boating terms nowadays. But where they're winning is they're having this step through directly onto the bow, so you've got no side access here. It's just a clean window with this door access straight onto the bow, and that's making amazing use of space. And look at that for a space. I really like this. Sitting on the bow here, you've got these bow cushions straight into the helm, and what an interesting use of space that you have overall. Clever stuff, SeaRay. And Regal making their way back into the British market as well. Clipper Marine being the UK agent. Let's have a look and see what their offerings are here. Oh yes, let's get a few of those bottles open, shall we? Aha, my type of engine. You're not taking that one home, are you? So I love the rear-facing speakers, not just for water sports, but so everybody down the river who doesn't like your music, you can leave them with your drum and bass as you go. Fantastic. Hey, now that's a beastie. I think the Verado 400's on the back there. That is just a spectacular boat. Look at that for a boat. Sea Tag. Do some amazing redesigns of old vessels. Really, the way forward, I think, nowadays is to find the boat that's right for you and bespoke it to how you want it. A good old Fairline. Targa 45, a boat that we've looked at year after year after year, and still an absolutely brilliant boat.
It just doesn't happen. Oh, I love it.
Just looking at all these reps for these companies, and they're like the Secret Service, just talking into their sleeves and wearing their sunglasses. You know, can't come in here, got Trump on board and things. But yeah, so I was just saying to the chap there that they look like the perfect Secret Service, and he was going, yeah, he's the guy with the camera, get him down, here we go. Another great pontoon though, Princess have a really good show of yachts this year. And the V50 is still my favourite, one of my favourite boats. "60 years of Princess. Has it been that long?" And the V40. Started life as a V39 and still going strong. A massively good selling boat, beautiful boat. And then the bigger stuff. Lovely, lovely old boat. Just when I thought it was going to come and land on the dock and drop the front there. Walking the dock at Southampton is absolutely amazing, and I am reliably informed that most people will let you on their vessels. You may have to give a few details, but the dream is there. I've seen some amazing boats. The craftsmanship of some of the vessels like Cockwell's just shines through, but affordability is an issue. I was looking even just at the small bow riders, and the price starts at £250,000. This isn't affordable for most people, but the dream is there. So how can you get yourself on the water? Well, I think I found one company who have a couple of really good boats that are actually really well equipped, and you can get out on a brand new boat for between £50,000 and £100,000, which in today's market is just unheard of. I'd like to introduce you to Viking.
I'm Vinny, and I am the director at Viking Mouldings. We're a family-run business that's been going since 1972, which was started by my father-in-law Mike and a fella called Robert Chapman, who still come down to the factory and give us a visit to have a look about, etc. I've been running it for the last 15 years. We make between 20 to 25 vessels a year, all inland waterways, and we've been in the same place for the last 50 odd years.
Yeah, and you're based in Great Dunmow by the sea, I hear?
Well, Great Dunmow's not by the sea. But we have got waterways around us, yes.
So one of the things I asked myself the question this year was, if I was going to go out today and I wanted to get on the water, I walked around this show and there's very little around this show that's going to get me onto the water. you've got a lot of people who want to go into second-hand boats, and that's fair enough, but to buy a new boat today is virtually impossible for most people. But you have that offer.
We have that offer. So our models start. We do from a 20-foot boat up to our 300, which is 30 foot long, and the prices start from about £40,000 for a 20-foot boat. Our dearest boat goes up to about 120.
And you look at it in perspective. If you look at a bow rider from SeaRay,
Yep.
you're looking at £249,000.
Yes.
So we're looking at really affordable boats, and I've had a look at this particular boat, and your current range is 26,275.
26,275 are our very popular moulds at the moment, and the 260.
And the 260.
Yes.
And the boat behind us is
the 26 Golden Crown.
Golden Crown. And you know, it's got everything. I've had a look on board. You've got heating, you've got a shower tray, you've got a toilet in there, you've got entertainment, you've got 2 double berths effectively.
Yeah.
So a family could literally get out in the water. And your cockpit is amazing. The way the layout in there, it's been really well thought out, because you're actually offering so much more. What's kind of led you to develop the brand over the years? Have you started with a tried and tested hull? And
yes. The hulls are quite an old hull. They're based on the Seamasters, which is a very well-known firm from many years ago. Very similar hulls. We have introduced the side cutouts into the boat, because the type of people that buy our boats normally aren't speeding around. They want ease of access, which that gives them. Yeah. So we found that to be a very good introduction.
Where do you see the brand going in the future? Have you got any innovations on the drawing board?
To be honest, there's only so much that you can do with a riverboat to make it usable as a riverboat, because people want to be able to stand up in it. They want light in it, which takes out like the sporty effect. They're not sports boats. So we don't go down that road, because we let the sea boys go on and do that sort of thing. The riverboat has got to be usable as a riverboat, and that's how we see ourselves, and that's how we market
they're
ourselves.
easily maintainable as well.
Exactly.
Everything's
Simple. They all come with an outboard engine, which is there's no work on them involved at all. Very easy to use. And that's our market. That's what we do.
We're based in the Norfolk Broads, and I've seen, or the Broads of Suffolk and Norfolk. I shouldn't call them Norfolk Broads, but I've seen Viking craft on every canal system in the UK, and I've seen quite a few in recent years on the Broads. Yeah. So that's you've also got Ting Dean as a sales partner, who are one of the biggest marinas there. Yeah. Is it an area where you feel it is an area? It's a
massive area for us. We've also on the Broads. We've also got a deal at Norfolk Boat Sales, which is Barnes Brinkcraft. They're our main dealer on the Broads. Yeah. It's a massive area for us, the Broads, as is the Ouse all around that way.
Yes, and the Thames
in Cambridge, and the Thames,
and the Thames.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic boat. It's my favourite boat at the show. I've got to be honest, because it offers something for everybody. Yep. And I think if people want to get out on the water in a brand new boat, they'd be very hard pushed to get what you're delivering in that package.
Thank you very much.
So much for your time today.
Thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the show. So I'm just going to step aboard one of my favourite boats at the show here. And why is it a favourite boat? Because this Viking is an affordable boat, and there are very few boats that I think you could truly say are affordable. Today, boats have become very, very expensive, but when you get a classic design and you add modern touches like flip back seats, raised windows, U-seating, and a very easily maintainable outboard, you suddenly have a boat that offers you something that feels so much more expensive than what it is. So I think, personally, for me, this is the most affordable boat and probably the best value at the show today. Let's have a look inside. Into the cabin. Gone are the days where everything was just a plain bunk. Here we've got functionality, headroom. Bear in mind I'm 6'2". The head test passes. Incredible cabinetry. The quality of this is simple, but it's good. Wet room tray. Toilet, flushable toilet. Shower. Everything that you'd need for river life, basically. And here's the clever bit. Underneath there, you've got a climbing double berth. No longer do you have to worry about popping your V-berth together to make a bed. You've got a dedicated berth there. Storage space, small cool box, or in this case, this is for the Thetford cassette toilet. I think a pump out is also available. Dinette space. You've got this area at the front which would traditionally be a V-berth but is now set as an offset, so that's a fairly reasonable double berth in itself with a seat. Fiddle drawers, lovely drawers. Storage cupboards. Let's get this one open here. These are options. And the electric panel is also underneath there as well. Right, I've got to push in, so let's push that in to shut that. Hob, cooker, storage, isotherm fridge, electrics, entertainment, night heater, in fact everything you need. This is a slightly larger Viking 275 but has the same ingenious layout as the smaller brother. Flip seat, making this seat really usable, as well as the raised lower cabin there. If you're going to buy a riverboat, this is something you really need to be thinking about. You're going to get a brand new boat and a brand new engine, all for under £80,000. £80,000 may sound like a lot of money, but in today's boating market it's not at all. And apart from getting a quality boat with a really quality cabin and cockpit, you're going to get this gorgeous interior as well. And I would say if you were looking at a value or a good value boat to buy, this is my hot pick for the show. And you know, you can go out on the marina and you can spend an awful lot of money. You can look around with your eyes, and the nearest seagoing equivalent is going to cost you £500,000. Yet where do most British boaters do their boating? On inland waters. And this is where Viking really do eat into the market, and they hold their own. They offer value, a really lovely entry-level boat, without the difficulty, without the complexity that you have with some other boats. However, you may not get the very latest Melee fitments. What you are going to get is a good honest boat that you can go out with the family and use at the weekend. Like every boat show, there's always so much to do and so much to see. I set out looking for affordable boating, and I think this year I found it. But it is very easy to get lost in the price increases across the board with boating. The cost has gone up and up and up, and it's meant that the entry level for most manufacturers has got way above what the average person could afford. I hope you've enjoyed this walk around the show. Here's just one or two more bits I haven't managed to show you. The show is open until Sunday the 28th of September, so there's still time to visit, and also check out the weekend entertainment at the boatyard. Have a really good time if you do visit. If not, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.